Hi, it's Steph, and today's video is going to be a 5-minute quick start guide on the seed starting method called winter sowing.
If you're new to my channel or just came across this video and aren't familiar with the winter sowing seed starting method, I'll give you a quick explanation. Typically, when you think about seed starting, most people think about those trays that you put your soil and your seeds in, you sit them on a heat mat, and you have them under some grow lights and you grow them in your home. Well, with the winter sowing method, you don't need any of those things. You do not have to have a dedicated space for growing seeds. You don't have to have grow lights or heat mats. All you need is some recycled containers that are clear, that will allow light in, and that have enough depth for 3 to 4 inches worth of soil and some room for your seedlings to grow. Now you're creating a mini greenhouse. You can use a milk jug, a water jug, a rotisserie chicken container, or even a salad container. So long as you have enough clearance for soil and seedlings to grow and they're clear, you are good to go. Once you set up this container or this mini greenhouse, you will set it outside in a spot where it will get rain, snow, and sunlight, and the seeds will germinate when the time is right for that particular seed. Once the seedlings start growing, they will not require any hardening off because the seedlings have already been growing out in the elements. They are already acclimated. So it's a really great method, and after the initial setup, there isn't much more that you have to do other than wait to plant out your seedlings. So it's kind of hands-off after initial setup. If you want more information on winter sowing, I have a whole winter sowing playlist, which I can link right here for you to check out. Here are the supplies that you're going to need when you winter sow. You'll need a recycled container to create your greenhouse. You'll need some soil. With winter sowing, you would not use a seed starting mix, you would use a potting soil. So make sure to pick up potting soil. This is the one that I like to use. This is the Miracle-Gro Nature's Care Organic Potting Mix. You can use any kind of potting mix that you prefer. This is a no judgment zone, so whatever works for you. I buy this probably at Home Depot or Lowe's. You'll also need some water to moisten your soil, as well as some kind of bucket or container, even an old bowl, just something that you can mix your soil and your water with. You also will need a knife or a scissor to cut open your container, as well as put some drainage holes in here. You can also use a small bit on a drill, but a knife works just fine. You'll need some tags or labels to label what you're growing, and it's always important to put 2 labels, a tag inside the container as well as a label on the outside as well. Just in case one goes missing, you still have an idea of what you're growing in your container. And I have found duct tape to be one of the better tapes to seal these with. Some people have used packing tape, and I don't think it holds up as well in the elements. So duct tape has always worked well for me when sealing these up. And a pencil, or in my case, an old chopstick, just to kind of dab holes to place your seeds in the container. And that is it. Once you have these basic supplies, you are ready to go and set up your winter sowing container.
To grow seeds using the winter sowing method, you'll need a clear container, something like a water jug or a milk container that will allow light in. You're going to want to poke some drainage holes at the bottom. Here I used a regular steak knife, a razor blade, or even a drill with a small bit would work. You're going to cut your bottle all the way around, creating a hinge. Then you're going to mix some soil. For winter sowing, you would use potting mix. And you'll add some water gradually until your soil is moist but not soaked. You should be able to squeeze out a tiny bit of water. You're going to fill your container with about 3 to 4 inches worth of soil, and you're going to pat it down and make sure there are no gaps between the soil and the container and no air pockets. The next step is to sow your seeds. Always make sure to review the seed packet so that you sow your seeds to the proper depth. When I'm done sowing my seeds, I go ahead and water them in by misting them lightly with a spray bottle. It's really important to label your container so that you know what you planted inside them. I like to label twice. I put a plant tag on the inside of my container, and I also label the outside of the bottle. When you close up your container, you want to make sure you make a nice tight seal. I like to use duct tape. Then you just place your bottles outside where they'll get sun and rain, and let Mother Nature take care of germinating your seeds. Each seed will germinate when the weather conditions and temperatures are appropriate for that seed. Flowers, vegetables, each will germinate in their own time. If you have any questions about when to start your winter sowing, you can simply Google your zone and the type of seed that you're growing to get some guidance on when to start your winter sowing. If you have any questions, place them in the comments below. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button, and please consider subscribing so you don't miss any of my future videos. And we'll see you soon.